Okay, bet. I told y'all I was ready. Villains who won in the end, part 2. The boyfriend from The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, you thought it was Miranda? You thought it was Emily? No, it was this insecure man. What is his name? Tony? Raphael? Nate. Loser ass Nate. And I know you might be like, Tiffy, he was so supportive. Yeah, in the beginning, kinda. But notice how his energy switched up once Andy started doing well at her job. Let me take you back. Y'all remember when Andy's dad came to town and they went to the fancy restaurant. And Andy told her pops that Nate, who was a chef, was trying to work at the restaurant but couldn't get a job because he didn't have enough experience. And looking at that burnt grilled cheese with the $8 of Jarlsberg that he had made Andy earlier in the movie, Yep, that tracks. Andy did not eat that sandwich because of stress. The girl just chose self-love. And also remember that Andy was pursuing journalism. And Runway Magazine, being this huge, prestigious publication, was a foot in the door. But for Andy, also kind of a last resort because she had submitted her work everywhere and was getting no kind of play. So things were cute when Nate and Andy were in the struggle together. Two young people trying to make it in the big city. But when Andy's career starts to get some motion, some upward mobility, suddenly it's a problem. Cousins, take it from me because I have been there and I have learned this lesson the hard way. You do not want a partner that is jealous of you. Nate stayed demeaning and devaluing Andy and her job because, it was in a field that he personally didn't have any respect for? Loser type shit. Ooh, and when they broke up and he hit her with that, we can stop acting like we have anything in common. What? Nate, because she likes fashion now and you don't because not much else was different. The core of who Andy was did not change, even though everyone else in that movie tried to gaslight her into thinking that it did. And I don't like that too much. Was she chronically late when previously she was a very punctual person? Yeah. Did she have to prioritize her job and Miranda's needs over her own and her personal relationships? Also, yeah. But you're her partner, her live-in partner. Can you show your girl some support? Nate witnessed the late nights, the stress, the panic, the toll that the job and the abuse had on her. And he knew that her goal was to just stick it out for 1 year for the benefits that it would give her career. But he's sulky, he's upset, he's judgmental. The only time he actually supports her is when she quits the job because she thinks that she's failed at an impossible task and she's gonna get fired anyway. Oh, now he's enthusiastic, joyous, out there recklessly spending at a place that sells strawberries for $5 each. Now we know that he ain't got the funds like that. Rent is still gonna be due and one of y'all just became unemployed. My guy, get your happy ass out of Williamsburg and go hit up the Caribbean grocery stores in Bed-Stuy. She achieved this huge win, kept her job, and she should be feeling really good about herself. And instead she has to comfort this pouting man baby. The hell? He literally made every single one of her achievements about him and tried to paint her as the bad guy fan. We call that a narcissist. And the most egregious moment, when Andy shows up to dinner with the friend group, rolling up like a Santa Claus Anna Wintour hybrid with thousands of dollars worth of gifts for her friends. First of all, not a single one of them ungrateful heifers said thank you. But when her phone rings, it's Nate that starts that terrible moment of them laughing and throwing her phone around while she panics because her literal career is on the line. Who plays with somebody's job like that? Who sits up and laughs at their friend or girlfriend in a moment like that? Guillotine, all of you. Baby, he would have shown up at home to an empty apartment that night. And he can cry into one of his little nasty grilled cheese sandwiches. And it grinds my gears because he won in the end by 1, not getting cussed out, 2, thinking that he was right, and 3, having a modicum of a chance with Andy in the future even though they're in 2 separate cities. I hope he chokes on that Jarlsberg in Boston. Off top, I don't have another movie where the villain wins, so I'm open to suggestions. But I do know some villains that did not get what they deserved, and I don't like that. We're starting with these 2 little nasties. Someone just say go.